Hello and welcome to yet another edition of my take on films. The latest is the Rani Mukherjee starrer Mardani 3. It's obvious that Mardani is now a franchisee uh, commissioned and navigated by Aditya Chopra, and therefore whoever may be a part of the franchise, it's going to be Rani Mukherjee in the main character. Rani Mukherjee continues to play Shivani Sivaji Roy. Before we go into the movie, I would believe that Aditya is faulted. On multiple counts. To begin with, I don't think Abhiraj Minawala had the wherewithal to deal with the film. And I think the dialogues by Aayush Gupta, very stereotypical. And I find it strange that alongside Aayush Gupta, there are two others who write a story which is wafer thin. Story is so simple. And you need contrived attempts to complicate it. And in the process of complicating it, I think it's the crew that complicates it more than the audience would want to feel. So much so that the inspector, somebody as capable as Shivani Sivaji Roy, does not know the difference between POXO and POSCO, and they're dealing with child trafficking. Now, this is a huge fall, and I think it's a letdown because it somewhere reflects the kind of research, the kind of homework that the film has done before it's reached the audience. Wafer thin storyline. There are children going missing unnoticed. The moment you have the Turkey ambassador, Indraneel Bhattacharya's daughter, and her domestic help, two girls by the name of Rohani, the ambassador's daughter, and her friend Jilmil, they disappear, they're found missing. The police have to search, they have to find out, and who else but Shivani Sivaji Rao has to deal with it. Now, it becomes obvious sooner than later that there is a cartoon, children who are pubescent, that is pre-puberty girls, are chosen. You will know as the story goes by why. Again, that is contrived. It may be logical, but very contrived at the later parts of the film. The film has you first in Sundarban, then on the very stereotypical streets. In fact, the templated scenes of Delhi and then Colombo. How people can drive in Colombo without knowing its intricacies, a different ballgame. Who's looking at logic beyond the point? Certainly not the climax of the film of Mardani 3's genre. There is no the storyline is just about the cartoon, headed by Amma, played by Mallika Prasad, and the police is you have Shivani and you have Fatima, played by Janki Buriwala. There's something missing, something amiss about Mardani 3. For example, even Rani Mukherjee, consummate actor that she is, I don't think she's really put in her best, or even if she's put in her best, that's not good enough for the movie. The same can be said about Mallika Prasad, who plays Amma. She tries to personify evil, but somehow the audience neither gets to connect with Shivani or with the antagonist. There's neither sympathy nor hatred. You just sit down and watch a stale storytelling pattern of kids being kidnapped, they're being helpless, and then they're being taken on a trip to Colombo, and what happens in Colombo. There is a character played by Prajesh Kashyap as Ramanuja, one seemingly bright spot in the movie. The character is better rich than he is performed. Unfortunately, in the movie, while Rani Mukherjee and Mallika Prasad have poorly etched characters and they perform their best, I would believe that Prajesh Kashyap's character is very, very well etched and he performs reasonably well. That apart, Mardani 3's audience response, footfalls in the theatre are indicative of the quality of the film. I began saying that Aditya Chopra has erred at multiple facets of the film. I would believe that Aditya Chopra has not only erred in choosing his director, I think he's also erred in his cast, and I don't think he's marketed the film like an Aditya Chopra film should normally be marketed. Apart from Rani Mukherjee, there are one too many new faces for the normal Hindi audience to see. For example, we've seen Supriya Pathak play a negative role in a Sanjay Leela Bhansali movie. Why can't you think of her? We've just seen Huma Qureshi played in another film. Why can't you think of her? Why can't we think of actors who, in the absence of good script writers and storytellers, have actors with whom the audience instinctively believe that yes, this person is this. Even that was not done. So I think somewhere the ball stops at Aditya Chopra's court. I have a feeling, given my propensity to confuse with names, I started off saying Aditya Roy. It's not Aditya Roy, it's Aditya Chopra, in who's the film producer, and of course we all know that he's Rani Mukherjee's husband, or Rani Mukherjee's Aditya's wife. Mardani 3 as a franchise film is poor. If the franchise has to come back with edition 4, their script will have to be tighter. Rani will have to get her act together without having to body shame her. I think she'll have to do something more about herself to make her look like an active police person. Example in this is Shefali. I would still believe one of the best inspector roles that I have seen is in the Jackie Shroff film that Sushmita Sen has played. If we're going to compare her with Sushmita or Shefali, I think Rani is a few ranks below par, and that's not a big compliment for an actor of her caliber. On that note, hoping to see you with another and a better film next week, and with acknowledgements to Dattu and Abhinav. Goodbye.